Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Coffee Corner. Today is your episode 78. As you can hear, I'm still recovering from a cold. I might sound a little bit funny, but I'm not at my best, but I'm trying my best. Anyway, there are a few things I do want to talk about in this video. Some are kind of quite big, some are just tedious things, but I've heard two phrases recently and I was thinking about myself and I thought that would be really interesting if I can talk about that and also share something about my love life update. So yeah, so first thing we're talking about is FOMO. I'm sure some of you have already heard about it. It's a fear of missing out. I remember when I was in middle school and university, not my high school. When I was in high school, I was pretty cool kid. No, not really. But when I was in middle school and university, I always had this kind of feeling that if somebody was planning things behind me, and then that means I won't be part of it, and that means I was left out, and I hate that feeling. It's kind of like I got traumatized in those two stages. But in high school, I was trying to be cool, if people did plan things behind my back and didn't want to include me or invite me, I was with my music. And back then, I really loved heavy metal. And I was into a lot of philosophy books, things like that. I was trying to live my own life in my own world. And that helped a little bit. But again, it was more like trying to avoid the reality. But I still had FOMO. That didn't change for a really long time. Even after university, I still had kind of thing carrying on with me for a long time until I learned the word FOMO, fear of missing out, and I really know that's part of my personality. But I don't know if you have that kind of feeling or not. But it's very typical me. The funny thing is, I'm not even into those kind of events or parties or any kind of activities. I was very shy and I'm still very shy and introverted. I will do my best to avoid those kind of things. But the funny thing is, I still want to be part of it so I don't feel like, well, I kind of keep repeating myself, but I don't feel like I don't feel left out. And you are always in the team, be the part. When you don't know things and when you talk to people and people might be, oh, you don't know that? How come? Things like that. I don't really like the feeling. I mean, I still don't. But I think right now I care less about that. Might be because I have more important things to do, more important goals to achieve, and other things to focus on. Those kind of being missing out, it's just not important to me at this moment. And that brings this up to everybody. And I'm sure I can't say if it's everybody, but most of you have noticed that I've gained quite a lot of weight. And I've seen a few comments saying, oh yeah, have you gained weight? Kind of you look a little bit chubbier or a little bit rounder or something like that. Don't feel bad commenting like that because I don't really feel offended now. And that's another thing that has changed me about feeling about how I see other people's comments as well. But I will talk about that after I share this news with you. And that is, I'm expecting. That is the reason I've gained a lot of weight. I was 54, 55 kilograms before pregnancy, and now I am probably 73 kilograms. So apparently that's a lot of weight on me. I didn't want to share this just because I'm very cautious about what's going on. And I'm always worried that if I do so and then something happens, and then I'll feel really, really bad when I look back at the video or recording, things like that. That's why I didn't share anything with you guys. But yes, that is the big news about myself, about life update. And you might wonder, okay, so how does that have anything to do with FOMO? Because this week will be my last week at work, and then I'll start to take mat leave for a year. And then that means it's going to be a huge missing out for me from work. And might be from my colleagues too, but I have a couple of colleagues who are very close to each other, so we might just text each other. And one of the colleagues actually lives really close to me, probably about 5 minute walk. Anyway, so that's not what I was saying. I wanted to say that if this happened, probably let's say 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, I would be really panicked about not being part of the team, because I feel like there's a lot of things going on, and then everything changes in a minute. You know what I mean? If you're not part of it, you kind of fall behind, and then you start to feel panicked and then anxious and nervous about, oh, what if I can't catch up with everybody? And seriously, if this happened 5 years ago, I wouldn't be able to handle it. I feel like I know I will do my best to catch up with everybody and be in the team and do my best, even if I physically just can't, but I will still do my best. But now, the whole pregnancy has changed my personality and the way I deal with the people, deal with a lot of things. I feel like I'm more chill. Well, I guess this is when you carry a human being in your belly, and then you feel like you have more responsibility for that little thing rather than a lot of things that you can't control. I definitely feel like my personality wise, I feel more like what I said, I feel more chill, and I feel more I'm more patient, definitely, and more gentle to a lot of things, and not strict, not as strict as before about a lot of things. And then you all know me, and there's an episode I was talking about, I totally forgot the name. It's like I like following rules, and like when other people following rules too. So if they don't follow rules, and then they get mad at them, and get mad at myself as well. But now I feel like, you know what, a lot of things really don't matter that much anymore, as long as you're doing the right things. Different people have different ways to do it. It just happens that they didn't use your method to do it. For that matter, I'm more like, oh, you know, whatever, as long as you get it done, I don't really care that much. Uh, yeah, and I think, you know, that kind of switch has made my life so much easier. I hope I can still keep this kind of style or personality and carry that forward into my postpartum. Hopefully, but I don't know. And some things like um, I've taken so many days off for my appointments. Uh, because you know, it's like I think in the very beginning it's once a month, and then it has become once every 2 weeks, and now it's once a week. I'm very lucky that I have this job, and I have my team to support me. And every time when I ask for a day off, I feel really bad, and they were like, "Don't worry about it. Why don't you ask for a day off? You get paid for that." Even my boss was like, "Go for it. Don't just ask a half day. Ask a whole day off." And I'm like, okay. But I feel definitely very supported at work, and all my colleagues are very, very nice to me. That probably make my life so much easier. And at home, I don't have to worry too much about a lot of things. Just I'm not that type of person. Definitely not housewife material or stay-home mom material. So my husband has taken a lot of responsibilities as usual, and I think now he has taken more than before, but I really appreciate what he has done for me. And a lot of you know, pregnancy information about myself I sometimes don't even know, but he definitely knows a lot. That kind of lifted the burden out of off my shoulder a lot, so I don't feel pressured or stressed during my pregnancy. And as you know, when your hormones have changed, there are a lot of emotional things can happen, right? But that didn't happen to me. One thing that really bothered me was when I went to test my glucose test. or take my glucose test. So basically test your blood sugar. Uh, I can't believe I didn't pass. I didn't even love sweets. Uh, but then I didn't pass it. So my fasting reading was very high, and of course, I was diagnosed gestational, gestational diabetes. For a while, I think for a couple weeks, I was very upset about it because I feel like I didn't do anything wrong. I was a quite healthy person. I exercised every day. I ate healthy, and I just didn't know why that happened to me. And until they talked about, and then I had to talk to a dietitian, and they said there's nothing wrong about you. It's just when it comes to this, you screen out every factors that could cause this, and then it comes down to two reasons. One is your ethnic background, and one is your age. So okay, that makes sense. That makes me feel a lot better. And the funny thing is, as Asian, they listed it as a high risk of gestational diabetes. Probably because of diet. I don't know. I love carbs. I can't live without carbs. And that is why my life has been very difficult for me now, is I have to really eat carefully when it comes to carbs. But my diet is basically just about noodles and rice and flour made stuff, right? And now I can't, and I have to weigh noodles and how much I have to take, and then other vegetables and things like that. And also planning meals is very exhausting. You have to really think carefully about what to eat for how much proportion. It's just very exhausting. So I guess those kind of things have occupied me, and I'm not able to focus on something like being missed out. And I was so busy with a lot of things, trying to stay healthy, trying to take care of myself, things like that. And then at some point, and I sure feel there's another term, it's called a JOMO, is a joy of being missed out. That's really funny. So I feel like, you know what, when people don't pay attention to you, when you're not the center of attention, you all of a sudden feel so free. You be yourself, you be crazy, you do whatever you want, and nobody cares. And that feels really awesome. But back then, sometimes, and this is why I feel like sometimes I'm very conflicting, is I want people to pay attention to me, but I also don't want people to pay attention to me. It might be because for certain things I do, I want people to pay attention to me. But normally I wouldn't get attention. And for certain things I do, I want people to leave me alone, just let me do my own thing. But then people will be like, oh yeah, you're doing that. And so anyway, well, you can't control, right? There's a lot of things you can't control. But now I'm more like, if people invite me for parties or something like that, I would go, but I wouldn't want to be attention. But if I happen to be attention, I think I'm kind of able to handle that attention thing. But if they said, oh, no, sorry, we said that we're gonna get together, and then I have to cancel that, how about we do a ring check? And I'm like, hooray, thank God I don't have to go out. And I feel like you guys can do whatever you want, and I really don't care. I think another thing that helps me build this JOMO is to not pay attention to social media of my friends, family members, or acquaintances. When you are on that, they constantly post pictures of where they are having fun, and then what they're doing, and then you just feel like your life is not that wonderful, and you feel like your life sucks and their life is just so colorful, so eventful, and then you automatically compare yourself with them, and you feel like life sucks, right? And then at that moment you feel, oh, why can't I be part of it? And I think that's why then people have FOMO. But I think I quit that kind of social media for at least 5 years. more than 5 years, I think I stopped paying attention to other people's life. Because to be quite honest, if you check out other people's life, do you really care about their life? Do you really care about how they're doing there? Probably not, right? So that's why I feel like if I don't care about other people's life, I'm sure they don't care about my life too, especially if they don't care about how I have been doing well, doing bad, things like that. They don't care. All they want is to point their fingers at you. Trust me. So that's why I stopped caring about those kind of things. And I stopped posting pictures on those kind of social medias that people would point their fingers at me. Uh, I like Instagram. I like other places that people don't really recognize me and don't really know me or pay attention to me. All I want is very simple. I just want to share my pictures. So for my own record, I can always come back and check it out. And I say, oh, at this moment, I did this, right? And gradually, I've built this kind of strength um, to saying, you know what, it really doesn't matter. Without them, with them, being part of them or being not being part of them doesn't really affect my life. My life is still going on. I'm still looking forward, and I've got a lot of things done. And then I have a new life, brand new life now, waiting for me ahead, waiting ahead of me. Let's say that. I definitely feel very nervous and unsure about a lot of things. I don't even know how to handle a human being, but um, something to look forward to, it's just really like when you have your focus on something that is more important, you don't really care about being part of the team anymore. So that's what I wanted to say about FOMO and JOMO. And I happen to share my life update. I just freaking can't say life update. Why I kept saying love it. Anyway, so that's what I want to say. It's just funny that for a while I haven't uploaded any videos, and all of a sudden this is a boom, drop a bomb here. But I hope you are not going to unfollow me. I noticed this trend, and I've followed a lot of vloggers. They have been, and they were all pregnant, and then they had their babies, and then their content has shifted to more baby or pregnancy related. But I don't, and I have nothing against to it. No, I have nothing against it. What I wanted to say is I still want to separate my personal life from my channel because this is something for myself only. I don't want anyone else to be involved, and that's why I rarely talk about my husband, or now in the future I won't be talking too much about the baby as well. It's just, I need to have something just purely for myself. And this is why, if you're still following me and it's not going to change too much, other than the frequency of uploading videos, I would definitely slow down a little bit. Another thing will be I won't be too presentable in front of camera. I'm already getting very lazy now, and every time when I think about, I have to wash my hair, have to do a little bit of makeup, and my makeup is eyebrows and lipstick. That's it, and I'm still lazy about it. And so that will be something when I think about is, okay, I have to dress up a little bit for the camera. And I'll be like, you know what? Forget about it. I don't want to do it anymore. So that could be the thing, could be the case in the future. But again, I'm not giving up my channel. I really love here. I like when I need to talk, when I need to share things, I'm right here. And also like when you guys are very honest with me. And you left cute comments there, and it's hard for me to not to tell you what's going on, but I just kind of send some respond with some emojis, and hopefully people get a little bit clued in. Anyway, so that's what I want to share. And there are a lot of things I want to talk about, and I'm trying to find time to do so. And you know what? My mat leave is coming soon, and I will definitely take advantage of that free time to do more videos. Hopefully, won't be once a week. So that's my hope. But you know what? Every day is different now for me. Today I feel really good. Tomorrow I'm gonna feel shitty. It's hard to tell, but I will do my best. And also, there are some things I kind of picked up during my whole pregnancy. I have become very, very lazy, that I don't want to listen to any podcasts. I don't want to read. A lot of things a lot of plans are kind of got put behind. But now I feel like that kind of spirit has come back to me. And then I want to do more. I want to read more and I want to listen to more. And apparently, I really need to practice my English. During my mat leave, I realized that nobody's going to speak English with me. And I have to really practice by myself. So that will give me a push to do more videos. I hope so. Anyway, hope you're still with me and hope I'm not too chatty in this episode. But, love you guys and thank you so much for staying with me for such a long time. And hope you're all doing well and stay safe. Don't get cold. If you have a cold, again, don't forget to drink, and drink a lot of fluids and take medicine. Take care. Bye.